It starts with a seismic anomaly in the South Pacific.
Somewhere between Chile and Australia, a team of deep-sea divers is searching for a lost vessel. But instead of a shipwreck, they found a city.
A massive underwater metropolis made of a strange but greenish stone that doesn't correspond to any material on Earth. Its geometry, it's all wrong, with angles that hurt the human eye just to look at. They think they made the greatest archaeological discovery in human history, but those divers, they are wrong. They just rang the doorbell to the end of the world.
Hey there, my name is Ralph and welcome to the Lore Chest. And today we aren't just reading H.P. Lovecraft, we are living it.
What will actually happen if Cthulhu, the high priest of the great old ones, woke up in 2026? Could a nuclear arsenal stop him? Or would we lose our minds before the first missile is even launched? Let's talk about that. According to the lore, this city is the city of Riley, and the precise moment that those divers disturb the ruins, the city begins to rise. Massive tsunamis hit the coast of Australia, New Zealand, Peru and Chile. The world watches in horror as a landmass the size of a continent breaches the surface. Governments, they are paralyzed. Navies from the US, China and South America scramble to surround the anomaly, aiming their cannons at a threat that they don't understand. Silence falls over the ocean, and then the massive doors of the central temple grinds open. A screech of ancient metal echoes around the water, and he steps out. In the Call of Cthulhu, Lovecraft describes him as a monster of vaguely anthropoid outline, but with an octopus head, whose face was a mass of fillers, a scaly rubbery-looking body, aggressive claws, and long narrow wings behind him. He stands hundreds of meters tall, a mix between a dragon, an octopus, and a twisted caricature of a human being. But to understand why this creature is so dangerous, we have to look at the man who created him. H.P. Lovecraft was born in 1890 and he died in 1937. He lived through a brutal era, the First World War, the Spanish flu pandemic, the Great Depression, and much more. He saw the war as a place of suffering, uncertainty, and chaos. Cthulhu is the embodiment of that fear. He isn't just a kaiju like Godzilla, he represents the cosmic horror, the idea that we, humans, are insignificant specks in the universe. His greatest weapon isn't his claws or his size, it is the psychological terror of the unknown. Knowing this, back in the Pacific, the militaries of the war engages. It is a total slaughter, but not in the way you think. Captains of destroyers look through their binoculars at the entity, and their minds snap. Cthulhu emits a psychic frequency that the human brain simply cannot process. The lucky ones die instantly, their brains shut down to protect them. But the unlucky ones? They start laughing, screaming, clawing at their own eyes. Ships steer aimlessly as their crews descend into absolute insanity, leaving cold bodies on the decks. The governments of the world realize that conventional weapons are useless, so they learn the hard way. They go for the nuclear options. Missiles are launched, a mushroom cloud consumes the creature, everything looks destroyed, and the world holds its breath, hoping that the nightmare is over. But as the smoke clears, it was useless. Cthulhu, it's still there. In the original stories, Cthulhu is practically immortal. Even if you blow him apart, his unnatural biology reforms from the ash and slime in just minutes.
He is made of matter from another dimension. He is not just immortal, he is inevitable. And now, we just made him angry.
Cthulhu turns his gaze towards the mainland. He doesn't need to walk to New York or London to destroy us. He attacks us where we are most vulnerable, in our sleep. He infiltrates the dreams of billions. This is the call. He whispers to the weak-minded, showing them visions of madness and death. Suicide rates skyrocket globally. People wake up screaming, or they don't wake up at all. Society collapses, not because buildings are falling, but because the human spirit is just broken. Desperation breeds devotion. Millions realize that fighting is impossible, so they seek mercy. The cult of Cthulhu rises in every major city. They worship the beast, hoping to be spared or simply eaten last. They turn on their fellow humans, hunting down anyone who resists. And this is how civilization eats itself from the inside out. The remnants of humanity try a desperate strategy, the bunker protocol. Governments and survivors retreat underground, deep into caves, mines, and bunkers, trying to isolate themselves. Many of them take a horrific final step. They blind themselves. Millions of people gouge out their own eyes, so burn them, believing that if they cannot see the god, they might survive his madness. Oh, but they were so wrong. Because you can't hide from a telepathic god. Down in the dark without sight, the nightmares find them anyway. The call reaches them through the rock. Sleep becomes the enemy. Drugs to stay awake become the most valuable currency on earth. But eventually, everyone has to sleep. In the end, humanity doesn't go out with a bang. We go out with a whimper. We become cattle, pets, or dust. Our entire history, our achievements, our wars, all meaningless to a being that is older than the stars themselves. Our existence depends entirely on the mood of an ancient alien who sees us as nothing more than insects. And that is the true horror of Lovecraft. It is not the tentacles, it is the realization that we never matter at all.
Thanks for watching this video. This is a new project that I'm very proud of, so if you want to keep watching our videos, we have some more that you can watch, and that will make me very happy. Maybe you notice it from my accent, but I'm not a native English speaker. This new project, The Lore Chest, is like a new son of my original channel, El Baúl de los Conocimientos Inútiles. And I'm taking a lot of the videos that I already made in Spanish and like giving it a refreshment, making it a little more actual, up to date, and also, well, trying it in English. It's something very interesting. I'm learning a lot, and well, starting anew is always a challenge. So if you want to help, you can subscribe, you can hit like, all that kind of stuff that old school YouTubers like myself always ask, but I think now it's like a little bit nostalgic, so you can do it again as well. Sorry. And that's it. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon.